Hey, what's up guys, it's NashCrafter and welcome to my channel for a brand new episode on the Decidedly Vanilla server. So we're here on Decidedly Vanilla. We are actually at the actual spawn, and I wanted to show you guys this. This is pretty cool. This is an iron farm that has recently popped up on the server. So I'm gonna flip around and show you guys what this thing looks like. So this is an iron farm. This is so cool. This was made by KB, and I'll be sure to link his channel down in the description below. Actually, all of the DV members are always linked down in my description below. You just click on the website and it should link you guys to all of the DV members and all of their YouTube channels. Now it is getting nighttime, so we got to be super careful here. But I wanted to show you guys this because it looks like we've got quad spawners here basically for iron golems, which is so cool. So I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was really cool. There are a couple things that I just wanted to talk to you guys about here at the beginning of the episode. Like I said, we do have this quad iron farm, which is so awesome. So this is where we'll probably get a lot of our iron throughout the series. And since this is in the spawn chunks, it should always be running. So as long as someone's on the server, this thing should be going. I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, or how it's set up. I could be wrong about that, but I think so. So we're going to head back through the portal now. So the next thing I have to show you guys is actually back at the base. It's just a little project that I worked on off camera. But before we get there, I wanted to mention to you guys that I have been thinking about making a Snapchat and an Instagram. So down in the description below, there actually might be a link to a Snapchat and an Instagram. You guys can follow me there. I already do have a Twitter, and I link the Twitter down in the description for every video. So I am the most active on Twitter. That is a great way to get a hold of me if you guys have any questions, or if you just want to reach out to me. That is probably the best way. I figured I would make all of them so you guys could follow me on everything and stay up to date with my videos and my life and things like that. So those, if they are made, I'm not quite sure if they'll be made by this video or by the next video, but if they are, they will be linked in the description below. I just wanted to kind of share with you guys that that's something I've been thinking about. Like I said, it's not like 100% that they'll be made yet, but it's just something I wanted to run by you guys and something I've been thinking about. Check the description of the video. You guys might see an Instagram or a Snapchat there. So right now we're gonna head off in the direction of the base, and I've actually been using KB's portal. It's actually right up there. I've been using his portal, so I think when we move new bases, we're gonna have to set up a portal for ourselves because I feel kind of bad using his portal all the time. Not that it's like too big of a deal or anything. Alright guys, so here we are, and a couple of the last updates I wanted to talk to you guys about is actually that you guys can probably see up in the top right hand corner that I'm using Journey Map. This is something that a lot of the other members on DV are using, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to have because being on a server, it's really nice to know where like other people are and other people's bases are, and it's just going to be easy in the future to make waypoints and everything like that. It's a really nice mod. It is allowed on the server, so I thought I would use it. Now, this is also something that I did off camera. So I just made another one of these little islands. It's pretty much identical to our big island that we have pretty close to here. It's pretty awesome. You guys can see that we just have a little bit of some detailing here. Oh, I did not mean to break that. Actually, I did want to mention that the lily pads as well as the sugarcane was actually a suggestion by a pretty good friend of mine. His name is TheMythicalSausage. I will link his channel down in the description because guys, he seriously is one of the most talented builders I know. He is such a nice guy and he makes amazing videos. Like some of my favorite videos of all time to watch have been from TheMythicalSausage, so please check out his channel. He's seriously awesome. I think you guys will like his videos a lot. That is going to be it for the updates in today's video. I just wanted to show you guys that. Now, today I have something planned for you guys. I have a crazy build planned. Like, I've never built anything like this build today that I'm building. I've never built anything like it before, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. I actually pre-built it in a test world because my brain kind of works that way. When I'm planning a build, especially for a series, I like to build it in a super flat creative world first, just to make sure that I love it, make sure that it's something that is worth building, and you know, I can get the little details done. So I built it in a test world, and I honestly was thinking, like, I can't believe I came up with this. I can't believe my brain did this. And I hope you guys really like it, because I really, really tried on this one. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be building here. And I'm going to do it in the form of a time lapse. You guys didn't seem to have any objections towards the time lapse build in the last episode. So I figured, you know what? Let's throw in another time lapse. This one is going to be super cool in a time lapse. So that's what we're going to do. So cue the time lapse, start the music, and let's get started. So I'm down here by the slime farm, well, soon to be slime farm. This is actually a project that Awooga is working on, and this is going to be the future slime farm. So I needed a couple slime blocks because I just finished the build. Guys, I just finished the build. Whew, oh man. Can I just say, the build took me a really, really long time. I think I sat there, I don't even know how long the time lapse was. There were a couple points where I did have to stop and stop the time lapse because for most of it I was referencing photos, and it was hard for me to build that detailed on a time lapse by just using photos, which was pretty crazy. But honestly, I think the build turned out so freaking good, you guys. I am loving this build so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. This is my take on fantasy. I didn't really know what to do for fantasy because it is kind of a tricky build style. Like, there's so many different types of fantasy that you can do, and there's just like, I don't know. I was a little overwhelmed at first, but once I started going, I just got into it, and it was like, I was so happy with the way it turned out. So we are actually going to run over to our home over here. Check that out, guys, as it comes into view. It doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no way that 4 pistons would hold up a whole house like this. There's no way. But that's the fantasy aspect that I wanted to go for this. And I wanted it to be whimsical and kind of crazy and different. And I think I got that down. I think I achieved it, and I really do like it. Now, we're going to be doing some interior design because I told you guys this is something that I want to work on in this series. So we're going to be heading inside. We're going to kind of decorate things and make everything look good. I do have to collect some materials. Just like I did, I had to get myself a slime block in order to make our actual way to get into the house. And there's also a couple things I want to add on the side as supports because as of right now, the house doesn't really make sense. And that's a good thing because it's fantasy, but we want it to kind of, in a way, make sense. Like, just the 4 pistons is not going to be able to support this house. So what I'm going to go through and add is a little, kind of, I don't know what to call them, like support beams, I guess you could say, really skinny support beams coming down from each of the hanging sides just to give it that little extra bit of support, kind of make it look a little bit more natural, because as of right now it's just looking really like lopsided, like it would fall over. That's just not what we want. So what I'm gonna do is actually take this out. We're gonna do the doorway really quick. So we're gonna cover that guy up, and then we also want to cover that one up, and I want the entrance to actually be over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a slime block launcher. Now this is something that I've never done before, and I do believe I need to make a sticky piston really quickly. Alright guys, so slime block launcher, here we go. So what we want to do is we'll cover that up because that's not a good thing. So I'm just going to make a, ordinary little slime block launcher here. So what we want to do is we want to put the piston right there. The slime block goes on top just like this, and that little block can stay there, and then I just want to put a button in the ground like that. Now it looks kind of funny because there is this button in the ground, but I'm going to fill this place up with pathway, and it should cover that up. You won't even notice that there's a hole there. So now what I want this to basically achieve, the look I'm going for, is that there's no way to get into this house until you actually get up here and you're like, oh, there's a slime block launcher there. But if you were just kind of standing from far away, you'd be like, how do you even get into that house? Which I think this is the best way to achieve that. So what we want to do is we want to stand kind of right on the edge here is the best way, and kind of line yourself up. I think I'll get better at this. See, I'm terrible right now, but I think I'll get better at this as I do it more. There we go. Woo, we did it. So that is how it's going to work, and it's just going to pop us on up into our house, which honestly I think is so cool. I think it's a neat way, especially for a fantasy house, to kind of get into the house. I don't know, it's cool. So this is what the interior looks like. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's a freaking huge house and the interior is really, really small. this is all the space I need. All I need is a place for a bed, a place for an enchanting station, maybe some auto smelting over here, and then I'm going to have some ladders going up this way, and there's actually another room up there. It's kind of a hidden room. So I think next thing I wanted to do was go and add those supports in, because I think this is going to make a lot more sense once I do that. So the way I want to do these supports is I just want to come and find the center, so like right here. So I'm going to do it just like this, pop a hole in there, and then no, I really want this oak wood to be with this side facing up, but it's not really working out, but I mean, I guess that's fine. What we could do is we could actually maybe, well, I guess what we'll do is I'll just kind of wait it out for a second here. I also want to put this up by one more, so we kind of got to fix this a bit, because right now it's looking all sorts of crazy, and we need to go and put these in the right way. Oh, there we go. So now you guys are kind of seeing what I'm working with here. So it's going to have these like more skinnier supports on each side, just to give it more, like I said, support. It needs support, because right now it just looks like it could tip over and fall over. But I think if I add these to every single side, it will give that illusion that like that little pole is kind of holding up that side, and the pistons are holding up the main base. Now again, I don't know, some of you guys might hate this, some of you guys might love this and think it's crazy and awesome. I hope you guys think it's crazy and awesome, but yeah, it's not supposed to make sense. That's just the thing I'm going with. It's not supposed to make any sense. It's just supposed to be a crazy build. So this is what it's looking like now that I've added those kind of weird, funky support beams in. One thing I think that's really going to make this build better is adding some vines and some leaves to the top, as well as adding some trees. So I think I want to add a tree like to this bottom part over here, like right over there, and then on that side as well, because that's gonna fill that empty space. I think right now what's going on is it feels empty over there, so it feels kind of like, oh, there's just this like floating looking house. But once I add some trees and kind of fill that empty space, I think it's gonna look a lot better. Okay guys, so I went in and I added some custom trees. So check this out. I actually think they turned out pretty good for someone who's, you know, for me not being so great at doing custom trees. I especially like this one in the front. I know it does cover up quite a bit of that side of the build, but I also think it just adds more aesthetic. I think it, you know, covering it is good because, like I said before, that empty space was kind of throwing the design off. That's so crazy. It's such a crazy build. It was very ambitious. I've actually gotten a comment before saying that I kind of go overboard on my builds and stuff like that, but honestly, I like it. I like going overboard. I think it's fun. I think it makes things interesting, and yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's so like rewarding. Like I look at this and I'm thinking, wow. The next thing I need to do is I need to go in and add some pathing. So we'll just kind of do it randomly, nothing too, you know, organized or planned out here. Something like that maybe. Add a couple here, a couple there, and then we can go through with bone meal, and we can just add bits and pieces of bone meal here and there. I need to fix that block as well. So this is looking cool, and as you guys can see, like I was saying earlier, it does kind of hide that little piece right there, even if I maybe do something like that, and that'll hide it even more, just so we don't really see that there's a hole there. It's not really that big of a deal, but I could see how maybe it would be kind of weird. I did want to show you guys, I put a sign up here just so people know that this is kind of my house, and I thought the perfect name for this build would be the Pistonian, because like the Smithsonian, the museum. It's, you know, it's not really a museum, you know, like the Smithsonian is, but I just thought it was kind of a cool name, like a play on words, the Pistonian. So it's the Pistonian house, and I just like it because it is held up by these 4 pistons here. So that's kind of the whole like theme I wanted to go with for this build, was that the whole thing is kind of supported by these pistons. And then I have the sign that says the Pistonian, aka Nash's house, so people know that this is my house when they come up here. I think everyone kind of knows I'm in this general area though, so I don't think they would, you know, not know that this is my place, but just to make sure, you know. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So we have pistons here on the bottom, just like this, and then we also have pistons on the top. Let me see if I can do a little Optifine zoom on those pistons. Let me see here. There we go. So you guys can see that that roof is actually being supported by pistons as well. Now the pistons don't do anything. They don't move the whole house up and down or anything like that. Other than that, it's pretty cool. And I wanted to go in and show you guys this again. So I gotta get this slime block launcher down. I'm not very good at it, but I'm sure by the end of this, like, we'll be so good at this. Oh, yep. See? It's fine. Oh, there we go. Okay, second try. Not bad, not bad. So like I showed you guys before, this is kind of the inside, the interior of the house, nothing too flashy or fancy. I do need to finish this up, and I actually think I'll do that in between episodes. But yeah, I also added this light fixture. I don't think I mentioned this, but I added this light fixture. It kind of cranks and turns down kind of to give that fantasy look to it. And this is a design for lamps that I've been doing for a long time, since I was back doing steampunk builds. This is kind of the lighting fixture that I've always known to do. So I was just clearing out my base, moving everything into our new home. And I had a lot of chicken eggs, and I was like, what could I do with these? Because I really don't like want them in my base. I already have a chicken farm. I was like, you know what, maybe some of the other DB members could use some eggs, like if they want to start a chicken farm themselves, or if they just want to, I don't know, the moosh pit. I love it. And this is where the free eggs are. So any of you DB members who are watching this video, if you need free eggs, this is where I put the chest. So it's right by the cows, and I don't need any of these, so these are all free. You guys can just take them. Yeah, I don't need them. They were just crowding up my space, and I have no place to put them in my base, so please take them. One last thing I want to show you guys is that I did go in and finish the inside. So, and some of these clips might seem kind of weird because I am actually recording these clips after I did the outro already, so I decided to come back in with you guys and show you guys. So sorry if the outro seems a little weird. It's because I actually pre-filmed the outro, and now I'm coming back and doing these clips. But just so you guys know, if you're kind of like, whoa, the outro, you don't have as much stuff done, that's why. Because I recorded it a little bit earlier than this, but I thought it was important to come back and show you guys that this stuff is all done. So I did a little bit of organizing up here in my kind of chest room. This is just where I'm keeping all of my items right now, and everything fits pretty well. I actually don't have as many items as I thought I did, which is really nice. And then also, so this is my kind of my ores chest. I wanted to show you guys where I sit. So this is kind of all of the things that I have, all the cool stuff that I have got through mining. Tons of redstone, which is awesome. Lapis, I actually put some lapis down there as well in that chest over there, you can kind of see. Just because that's going to be used for enchanting. I have so many diamonds, like this is crazy, 20 blocks of diamonds, which honestly I'm pretty proud of. One thing I think we should actually do, I am going to splurge here and use a little bit of my diamonds because I think it's time to make us some armor. And awesome. So there we go. We are stacked up. Now what I need to do is enchant these, and we still have 18 blocks of diamond, which is pretty good. So what I want to do is just keep this number growing. I do want to spend my diamonds as well, you know, when people put up shops and things like. So I'm trying to keep everything super organized. Some things are organized differently than others, but this one's kind of random because it's just stone. And then we also do have our little smelters here. So these are cool. You can put food up in the top hopper. Then you put coal in this hopper. So I do have some that's kind of waiting because our furnace is full. So I want to keep these full of coal just so that I never really run out. But this is nice because it will auto smelt, drop down into this bottom hopper, and shoot into the chest. And you can see there is our food. And for any other DV members who are watching this video and have made it to this point, you guys feel free to come take a look at my house. I'm just feeling really happy about this house and the way it turned out, and I'm super proud of it. So you guys can come check it out anytime you want. If you need anything, try to ask me, and I'll try to help you out. And I don't really have all that much stuff right now, but I'm definitely willing to help. Just, Discord me or something, ask me if you see something that would be of help to you. And yeah, so pretty cool. I'm really happy with this. But that is going to have to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this crazy build. It took me hours and hours to build this thing, but I am so happy with it. I'm so excited. I can't believe we're going to be able to live in this crazy fantasy build. Again, thank you guys so much for all your support. Thank you for subscribing if you did subscribe. Thank you for liking this video if you did like this video. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I know I don't really mention this all too much, but I do have a Twitter and I'm super active on Twitter. So if you ever want to get in touch with me or show me your designs, I would love to see them. You can always tweet me. So I just thought I'd add that in since I don't really say it that much, but yeah, follow me on Twitter. And again, just thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next episode. I hope you all have a very beautiful, wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.